Hey guys, I just want to talk about briefly. I've been making a video and something came in my mind. I thought I'd do a short thing on it. It's about fasting, and I should do a. So many people have asked me to do a video on water fasting and what I did exactly. So, water fasting is not consuming any food, just water, and it's the best form of fasting I've found if you're looking to commune with God and to deal with internal issues as well, and also to cleanse your body. Of course, it cleanses your bodies, it rejuvenates your body. And people are scared of fasting because they don't understand the body they live in. Quite simply, your body has a fasting mechanism that works alongside with you to help us in situations where we're sick. Like all living beings on the planet, all living animals fast when they're sick. And in fasting, you can eat the plaque from your arteries of your heart can be eaten in a water fast, and you become your own surgeon. You can digest a tumor where you have cancer in your body by fasting for a prolonged period of time. You can do that, and there's evidence of that everywhere. I don't need to tell you that. If you just go on YouTube, there are people who have done this on camera. This is the reality of yourself, of your body. Your body can be its own doctor if you understand your body. But everyone's in this bizarre mindset, oh, if I miss a day or two's worth of food, I'm in big trouble. If you're active and you're constantly working and you don't eat, then you're in trouble. But if you can sit in your bed and rest like an animal would that fasts when it hibernates, etc., you're going to do yourself the world of good. If you're bothered about how your body looks cosmetically, then you're not, because you're going to regain weight after the fast. That's just the nature of your body. When I first started fasting, I had a six-pack, and when I finished my fasting and cleansing like a year later, I didn't have it anymore, because your body learns to store fat because of food shortage. That's how it sees things. So it's not about aesthetics, it's not about making yourself look good. For me, fasting is about something much deeper. It's about spirituality, it's about cleaning your body, and it's about casting out those issues in you that you can't tackle without it. So one of the things I initially fasted for was to quit smoking and to quit smoking marijuana as well. Now, I read the work by Dr. Shelton, and you can check his book on Google, Dr. Shelton Water Fasting. You can get it free, Soil and Health, it's called. The Soil and Health, Dr. Shelton Water Fasting. Google that, you'll get the books for free in PDF format. And he spoke about how you can cure addiction and things with fasting. And I was like, well, I can't stop smoking. I can't stop. And I was habitually smoking marijuana sometimes as well. And I said, it wasn't so bad with the marijuana, but the cigarettes were a major problem for me. Well, actually, the marijuana was bad as well, to be fair. It was every day at that point in my life. I was smoking it every day. I'd also drink a lot on a weekend as well with friends, but not so much at that time. I'd already sort of put that behind me a little bit. But it was more the smoking that was the problem. So I decided to fast. Now the thing is, I think you all know that I understand the Bible in a very different way. And inside the Bible, it says about fasting in one part. The disciples approach Jesus and they say, we can't get this demon out of this man. And Jesus said, this kind cometh out except through fasting and prayer. So the problem we have is the way our minds have this very excited and fantasic view of the word demon. It's a little pointy-haired thing, and it's not what a demon's meant to be in that language. Now, in present-day terms, a demon in Bible language is an addiction. So like me, I couldn't cancel my addiction of smoking cigarettes, and many people can't. They're still scared of picking up a cigarette even after they stop, because it still lives in them. That thought pattern, if you want to call it on science to explain this, that thought pattern repeats itself in your brain. It's like a computer program in your brain, repeating. It's embedded in your subconscious. So unless you meditate, I always put it this way, your mind is like a river, like a lake, sorry, not like a river, a lake, and your conscious mind is the waves at the top, and your subconscious is the still underneath. So your goal is to get right down with your conscious thinking into the subconscious, make the waves bigger, dip in there and clean out the subconscious in the still waters of a lake. You can imagine it. I hope you see what I mean. It's a good way to look at it, I find. Conscious thought is the waves on the top. This is your subconscious mind. As the waves dip lower, then you can clean out that rubbish in the deep waters of your subconscious. When you are fasting, you force yourself into that position, you run out of energy. You can't get up, you can't even watch a movie, you can't look on your laptop, you're just like, your mind's like too tired, you just want to rest. But when you're resting, you start to dip into your subconscious and deal with emotional problems or problems of habit and addiction. So I did this, and on the 9th day, I didn't want to smoke anymore. It was gone. And then by the 14th day, the idea of smoking was a bit humorous to me. Why I'd done it for so long, I had no idea. It was literally that powerful for me. But then if you switch and look at the Bible, this kind cometh out except through fasting and prayer. Well, a demon doesn't need to be something that's making someone scream and foam at the mouth. A demon can quite easily be an addiction, a normal addiction that we all have in the world today. And now myself, I never get an urge ever. I haven't had an urge since my fasting stint to smoke a cigarette. Whereas when I meet other non-smokers, they say, oh God, it's still in me, I could still go. All of them have been that way. Because the demon, the habit, the repetitive computer program still exists inside the subconscious. Whereas with me, in my fasting, I dipped in, I ripped it out, and I cast out the demon. I cleaned out the computer program, I emptied out that part of my subconscious, I dipped into the depths of the lake, took it out and threw it away. And this is why we need to learn to read things with the correct language. Language changes. In ancient times, the word demon is an addiction, in some instances. So we don't need to always think it's a pointy-headed thing that's being concocted by people, because that's not how it is, that's not what it is. So I just thought I'd share that little bit on fasting. This kind cometh out except through fasting and prayer. If you're struggling with some sort of repetitive mind addiction, whether it be, whatever, modern day addictions are terrible, alcohol, cigarettes, marijuana, cocaine. I don't know about heroin, so I've not seen anyone or heard anyone fasting on heroin. Pornography, whatever, and you can't stop, fast and pray, get into your subconscious and clean it out, cast it out, dip into your subconscious and clear out the waters, rewrite the computer program inside yourself, because that's how your brain works. And you can do it, and you have the tools to do it. You don't have to look to other people, you look to yourself always. The kingdom is within you, and your own doctor, your own surgeon, your own healer, your own psychiatrist, your own everything is inside you. If you're just silence the carnal mind, silence your thinking brain, silence the noise that has gotten you into all this trouble to start with, and let that come through you. Let it come through you and let it heal you. And it will. And this is the miraculousness of the human body. Let your human body do it. Don't you try to make it do anything. Get out the way and let it do it itself. Just as you weren't in the way when it grew from being a child to who you are now. Get out the way and let it do it. And one of the ways to get out the way is by fasting.